And once again, we're live on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma, where the inventory needs a cleanup. I've been up to things, I've been doing shenanigans. Let's put these things away. Don't need those, don't need that. Don't need these potions. Extra totems. What is this all about, eh? What have I been up to? Been up to something. We got bananas in chat from Oops My Apologies. 4Gil, Curls Doom. Mayskull. And 4Gil asks, what is the plan for today's stream? That is a great question. I'm just looking for something. There it is. Yeah, great question. I have a plan. It involves working on the Sniffer and the terrain around it. And then doing some advancement hunting maybe, and some other errands. I got a list of things. But it's been another busy day here on planet Earth, just one thing after the other. But in the best of ways, doing things I enjoy. Got to clean a bit of the house today, gonna clean the rest tomorrow. It's nice to take care of your own place. Oxidized copper, is it? It is. Let's get down here. It's not why I'm here. I'm not here to just put that one block away. We're going to need some grass, some dirt. Might use a little bit of some custom blocks over there. My idea is to just shape up the terrain a bit and not really go crazy with details or anything. So it's not about, you know, creating a whole new environment, atmosphere, or anything like that. And do I have the box? I think I left it on me, yeah. Might try and construct an egg. I'm not sure if I've got enough of those blocks over there, though. Might put an egg on the beach. But probably better, I don't know, probably better if I just, because the way I built the Sniffer was I built it in creative mode first, right? Like, it takes time to figure it all out, and then you're like, ah, there we go, it looks good. And then you go build it in survival. That's the way we roll. Amazing Demigod says, please say hi to me, I'm desperate for some happiness. Well, if me saying hi brings you some happiness, I'm glad to hear it, but you know, I don't think that's like where you should be seeking happiness from a stranger on the internet. James Drew 27, thank you for 78 months. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. X is live, says Emotional Bugs. That is a lot of excitement right there. Yubby Twitchers, how are you today? And just wondering where you're from. I'm from DK. I'm from XYZ. No, I'm from the U of K. AKA the GB. God, there's so many letters going around. Ah, look at it. Yes, it looks great. It turned out great. Vote Sniffer, indeed. So I want to extend the beach, really. I just kind of built a very basic beach to begin with. The beach is, you know, pretty much going to be flat. Oh, do you know what? Maybe I should have picked up some sandstone. I get over here and then my mind starts to throw a few more ideas at me. I think that's pretty much all sand. Like, we don't just want sand, we want smooth sandstone. Let's go to the desert. And just grab some that way real quick. That's not supposed to do that, is it? Wait, what changed? This doesn't work. This is supposed to not work. Yet for some reason it works. Now, I have no idea. I've noticed on occasion when you do modded related stuff, like one day you'll log in and something will be slightly different and you're like, why? AOX, have you seen Cubs vid? Had some good points on the tough golems, says Crazy Diet. I watched a tiny bit of it at the beginning, but then I had to actually go record with Cub. Yeah, you know, the tough golem for me could have almost been the one to vote for, but they didn't really like fully specify the details in the first video. It was only in the second video that they mentioned, or you know, when the first one about the tough golem, because they made 3 videos, one about each mob. Then they did like a follow-up, and in this follow-up they mentioned that the tough golem would interact with redstone. And I was thinking, why didn't you mention that the first time round? Because to me, that makes it a way more viable candidate. But they didn't mention that first time. And so, based on the 3 of them, the Sniffer is clearly the safest bet. Plus it offers more than just the mob, it's the plant and stuff as well. Curl says that Cub's video is all speculation. Okay. Yeah, that's the way I approach it, is like, there's all this speculation, so what's not speculative, and what the Sniffer offers that isn't speculative is really solid compared to the others. We got Curls gifting a sub to Sea Turtle. Thank you for gifting the sub, Curls. We've also got Dante Redeye here gifting some subs to Blue Pancake, AZ, Santa of Scarva, Sneef, and Noteclip. Thank you for gifting those subs. Greatly appreciated. By the way, peeps, if you enjoy the Saturday variety streams that we do, I think I might just play some more Domekeeper on Saturday. The way it's looking, this Saturday's one will be like a pretty early start for me, because I've got other things going on. So, there's that. But yeah, I've played a little bit more Domekeeper here and there. Not a crazy amount, just when I've had like a few minutes and nothing else to do. It's really pleasant, that game, just relaxing, going up and down, doing a bit of defending, going down, then getting some upgrades. Satisfying little game loop. That'll probably do us, really. Only needed to get a few blocks over here, right? Is this HC, says Frederick Blomqvist. No, this is Hermitcraft. God, didn't confuse it with HC again, did you? Why do people always confuse those two? I don't get it. It clearly says Hermitcraft in the title, yet people are like, is this HC? Who knows? Do you think the Sniffer plant seeds are decorative, or are they going to be a food source? Ancient seeds, not sure what to make of it. You know, anything I can say is speculative, right? I would think at this point in the game, Mojang wouldn't be too incentivized to add another food source, but it just seems to be something that they do. They just keep adding food sources. Brink85, thank you for 9 months. That is a Twitch baby right there. And we also got Mr. Tajniak? Mr. Tajniak, thank you so much for subscribing with that Amazon Prime. Take that, Bezos. Take that. Do you like fish dead or alive? Says Elemuku. I like fish dead on my plate and alive in my oceans. I've actually grown. I've been eating fish a lot this year. Like, fish has become my main source of meat. I don't know. I really like it. Very, very lean and very tasty. Smoked bassa is awesome. You can do so much with it, and it's just got a really great taste. Like, you don't need to season it or anything. Excuth, thanks for 15 months and making me make that noise with my mouth. Excuth, gosh, probably butchering the name. Saka J 90, thank you for 20 months. Greatly appreciated. Oh, I'm in your face. Smoked basalt. What did he say? Smoked bassa. Bassa. If they had the Sniffer, that makes adding new plants easier, says Cito. How does it make adding new plants easier? I mean, I imagine adding a plant is, you know, a bunch of coding and stuff, like you might expect. So yeah, for the beach, we need a few things. For details and stuff. Where are my useful blocks at? You see, this one, I feel like this one I should also put fuel in there too. So we break out some of this. And smelt up some of that, I guess. Now that should have my crafting bench in. There it is. Right, so the beach can have sand, smooth sand, and that stuff, and then we've got a bunch of stone here. I really didn't have enough time to prepare. Now that I think about it, it's like, oh yeah, I kind of wanted a lot of stone because I got to do this as well. Anyway, there's the depot nearby, which is a handy thing to have around. Have you heard the rumours that 1.20 is going to be the archaeology update, says Sir Gemin? Not specifically, but, you know, whatever it's going to be, it'll be a rumour at this point in time, right? I mean, the Sniffer certainly seems to be capable of tying into an archaeology update as part of the theme. But would the Rascal be a part of that? Maybe. Would the Tough Golem be a part of that? I'm not sure. 3 piglets in a coat. Thank you ever so much for subscribing with the Prime. Appreciate you. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Not causing too many shenanigans. SCJDG, thank you for 21 months. Matsaraptor, thank you for subscribing. And Me Jumper, thank you for the Amazon Prime subscription. Appreciate it. So who enjoyed the most recent episode of Hermitcraft? It came out yesterday. Let me tell you, that was a lot of fun to make that episode. And it was after I'd recorded most of it that I created the intro. And it really just, it shifted my mind into like some new gears with how I make my videos and tell the story of the episode or whatever. Like, oh, let's see. Loved it. It was my favourite so far. It was amazing. I love all your episodes. Watched it. Very cool. The finding of the third panda was nice. It's very good for a sniffer, but it has a small gap. It has a small gap? I wonder if anyone's made Xisuma. I was wondering that. I was wondering that earlier today. I was like, Xisuma when? So yeah, now our beach looks just a little more interesting. I keep sort of placing down the wrong block each time. And that's just kind of what we're going for with all of this. Don't forget to breathe. I think it's interesting to see the different ways that YouTubers are responding to the mob drop. Almost everyone seems wary of advocating for one. Why do you think it's become such a delicate space? Says Crazy Diet. Probably because of how unreasonable people get online. Like, I have had some comments myself of like, oh, you know, like, you're out of line interfering with the mob vote or whatever. And it's like, oh, come on now. Like, you know, when you have like a vote or an election or something, like, influencing people's decision is part of the game. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it just feels like one of those arguments where it's like, the emotional reaction is probably you're not in favor of the mob that I want, and therefore let me construct some reason why, you know, what you're doing is not on. Something like that. And there's also, I've noticed there's some like spammy types of behavior online where people start, you know, spamming what mob they want everywhere. And so I think there's just maybe a little bit too much emotion in places, and I feel like this is actually the gradient I had was really quite nice. Just change it up a bit. Yeah, let me think about what I'm saying again. So, I've encountered like, you know, people moaning at me for suggesting that you should vote for this thing that I is the one I'm gonna vote for. Then we've seen people being like spammy about it and just putting it in places where maybe it doesn't really belong. And so I think, you know, like a lot of stuff that happens online, you can quite easily and availably see some bad examples if you so wish to do so. So maybe the reason some creators don't want to get involved is because of how people treat people that do express their opinions and wants, right? You see some nasty comments because I think it might have been Dream or someone expressed wanting a mob that others didn't, and then they blamed that person as the reason for why it got into the game. So the mob vote gets people to invest their emotions in what outcome they want, and then when it doesn't happen, the internet's just, as always, a great place to have worst possible interpretations, and thus petty bickering and, you know, pointless takes like, you know, I don't agree with the mob you want to vote for, so here's my clever, charming reason as to why you're not allowed to do this or whatever. That's the kind of thing that I saw a couple of times, you know. Having a go at me for expressing wanting to vote Sniffer. So, everyone should be able to express which mob they want to vote for, and there's no wrong or right answer. But then people get upset when the thing that they want isn't, you know, it's not going their way, and then the other things fall into line. So, you know, you're not going to be like, that X is telling other people to vote for the one that I want. He's going to sway the vote. That's so unfair. Right? But if it's the mob, it's not the mob you want, you're more likely to think that. So is it like rational or not? Like, what comes first? In my mind, we tend to think we're rational and then we act emotionally. And so that's what these things are. And that's why I think other creators don't want to get involved as much. Because they know they're opening themselves up to that kind of response. You know, most of the audience are going to have the mature response of understanding that, hey, you know, we were presented with some choices and you picked this one and I like that one. Easy, move on. But, you know, it tends to be the irrational voices that are loud and shouty. And so, if you want to express your opinion for which mob it is, you're going to open yourself up for that. For example, like Cub obviously wants the tough golem, whereas I wanted the Sniffer. I'm not going to have a go at Cub for that. That just doesn't make any sense. He's my friend. He's able to have whatever opinion he wants, right? That might be a helpful exercise on the internet. Just imagine that's your friend instead. Right, when you're like, oh, X, he's influencing the vote by expressing vote for the Sniffer. Maybe like, okay, now imagine that's your best friend. And they're doing that. You probably think completely differently about it. Well, I don't really care who wins. Is there a way to skip the vote because it's going to appear on Minecraft? Just if you don't want to vote, don't vote. Iago4423, thank you ever so much for the Prime subscription. Appreciate it, my dude. Appreciate it. Right, I've got a hot cup of tea here. It's been 18 minutes. It's time to drink it. It's a decaf English breakfast. It's got coconut milk, for all those of you who are going to ask. I'm fine with whatever they vote as long as it's not Phantom 2. Extra opinion on the Rascal. I don't mind it. To me, the look of it didn't look right to me. It just, I don't know, it felt a little too humanoid for a Minecraft mob. Which you could point out pillagers, villagers. Maybe if it looked like more like a pillager, like it had a big nose or something, then maybe it'd fit in a little better. But I don't know, something about it just didn't feel very Minecrafty. And then the way you interact with it to get an enchanted pick as a prize, it just felt a bit naff. Now, if you're thinking, but X, playing hide and seek with a Rascal would be amazing, I think you're probably putting your own imagination into it a little too much. Because a lot of stuff in Minecraft can be easily cheesed and exploited, and it's not really a great environment for developing, you know, clever and complex, let's say, AI, if you like. so that you can have really interesting interactions with creatures. Everything is a little simplistic and derpy, right? And it gives me the impression that this game of hide and seek is probably just going to be something that runs into all sorts of problems with the terrain, or is easy to cheese, or is exploitable, and thus just becomes like a bit of a lame experience. And that's based on the track record. Like, what about pillager patrols? Okay, like you see one, then they're all staring at you, and then all you got to do is just like run around in a circle. You know, like it's difficult to get that kind of mob interaction and behavior really smart in this game. I think they did a terrific job with the Warden. The way the Warden works seems to, you know, really push on its limitations. It's, you know, it's not the most intelligent, creative boss mob you're ever going to battle, but it works in the Minecraft environment really well. And I think that's something that's actually maybe a little bit more difficult to achieve than you might expect. But that's just sort of based on my experience of playing this game for so long. I just see it as a silly, derpy, cheesy game sometimes. I saw it as unique, which is the reason my Rascal is the favourite. Sniffer 2. Yeah, unique, you know, maybe unique doesn't always translate into good though, right? Like, certain types of mob fit the environment, others not so much. You know, the Phantom probably seemed unique, and then in implementation it was like, oh, this is a bit rough. I think in any case people disagree with what you say and become unreasonable trying to give reasons why their choice is better, says Faye. Yeah, not a certainty that they'll become unreasonable, but it's just what you tend to notice online, right? Like, you tend to notice those loud, obnoxious comments where you're like, that's rude, or like, you know, why would you say that? As opposed to all the nice, well-behaved comments, right? Like, I got a lot of comments saying, oh, you know, like the build, but I'm going to vote for the Rascal. And then that doesn't just stick in my mind as much as the person who claims that, you know, my morals are shaved by interfering with the integrity of the vote. Or whatever the accusation was. It's not even about what is best, but what they think is right. And it's just so tiring. Like, there is no right choice. We just don't know those, says Curls. Yeah, there is no right choice. It all exists in the realm of creativity in a computer game. And I think that's one of the other reasons it gets really annoying, is because it's like, come on, all of this about a computer game? Lintman007, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate it, my dude. Hunting Griffin, thank you ever so much for 3 months of support. Hello, X, goodbye, X. Well, if you're tuning in to subscribe and pop out, I thank you for subscribing nonetheless. And hope you had a good time while you were here. And Zaysa, thank you for cheers and biddies, saying, hey, Xisuma, what do you think of the possibility of, say, Psycraft or Empire's SMP and joining for the minigames or collab with them? If you're referring to... Yeah, you are, because it's the minigames. So you're referring to the charity stream event, I guess. I know that Scar is organising and planning that event. I'm just here to, you know, help where I can. And if something like that were needed, I'd, you know, do what I can. But it's like not my decision to make, really. Caitlin0613, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Nightshade Owl Live. Appreciate it, thank you. Thank you for gifting that sub. Be sure to say thanks in the chat. X, your opinions on Dream's face as he broke Twitter. I have already made a video about that on my Xisuma Says channel. What a great opportunity to plug that one, eh? The what channel? What's that? You don't know what channel it is? It's the Xisuma Says channel. Go look it up. You'll find a video about Dream SMP. Oh, thanks, X. No problem, buddy. I need to get that voice modifier for when I'm talking to you and your imaginary voice. Yeah. Definitely need that. I learned a few more details about that today, which I thought were interesting. Apparently another one of the reasons that he decided to reveal his face was because of all the harassment he receives. And that to me was really quite sad. Like, in order to conceal his identity and have some privacy, it caused him a ton of headaches. And I mean, that's just a really like uncool reason to have to do that, you know? But he's made his choice. And you know, like, if he regrets it or not at some point, I don't think that's anything you'll ever really know. Because there'd probably be, at that point, very little point in expressing anything like that. Carl says, I read that too. He went to the doctors in a different state because he was so concerned. Wow. To the doctors? That doesn't surprise me it could go that far. See, my worry there is like, if it were already difficult, who's to say that this will make it better? But you know, I wish him the best in you know, I guess a new chapter for him. But yeah, very very difficult terrain to navigate nonetheless. I feel like I should put a few more of those stairs in. MRNS92, thank you for 28 months of support. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream we're doing here today. Oh yeah, if I do it like this, then it doesn't get waterlogged, right? Which is something we want, I think. Brock the Rock, thank you for 7 months of support, my dude. Appreciate ya. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Looks like I missed a couple of blocks over there. Yeah, and actually, the shape of the beach feels pretty good. Thought I'd do a little check-up on that, you know. X, what's your favourite animal? I love penguin as my name would suggest, says the penguin girl. Penguins are amazing. Also probably very smelly, as I've heard several times. You know, I love all animals on this planet, and they're all amazing in their own ways. You know, you watch some nature documentaries and you learn some fascinating things about them. I've never been one for favourites, really. Just kind of fascinated by them all. But yeah, penguins are pretty darn awesome. And one of the things that I love about penguins is that when they stand in the cold, they rotate and share the burden of having the harshness of the winds and the cold weather like batter against their body. And they have this like observed rotation where you know, they slowly shuffle around, and so they sort of pass up the duty of taking the brunt of that weather for everyone else. It's such an interesting thing to observe in creatures that we tend to think as of not being self-aware in that capacity. Like, you see it, but you think they probably don't know that they're doing that. But as we experience consciousness in our own human way, who's to say that they aren't aware of it, right? Like, different types of conscious experience could mean that they do understand what they're doing, just maybe on a different level or something. I don't know. Like, if you could put yourself in an animal's shoes for a day and experience everything the way they do, and then compare it to the human experience, like, you might end up with a completely different take on intelligence after. You might be like, whoa, they actually do know what they're doing. They know what's going on. Macaque Isplat, thank you for the prime, and I apologise if I butchered the name. FYX, animals don't wear shoes, says Christina. Excuse me? Hang on. Cub fan, no. I can't press... What is that button doing? I can't press any of the right buttons now. I've made an isometric render. Great. That's actually incredibly useful. Hold up, hold up. Interesting. I've completely forgotten what button controls the isometric rendering. Oh my god. This is just embarrassing. All I wanted to do was turn on my microphone. Right, isometric renders went right past it. Oh, you don't even have... Well... Why is... Okay, so that means it would be in here, wouldn't it? Because I've been in here before to look at stuff. It's not actually in there, is it? Voice chat, raised. Mod menu, free cam. None of these. Miscellaneous, maybe? There it is. I'm going to clear that. Yeah, I don't... Chat says sneak click. Clear by sneak clicking. Let me guess, I need to turn that one button back on. There we go. There's also something you press to get through. Oh, do you know what? I just remembered what it was. So, okay, like apparently I'm making a selection, right? So, like what I was trying to do is like look way over. Anyway, it's you do ISO render area. Maybe that's that selection or something like that. Well, I know what that does. That literally does the coordinates. Yeah, whatever. Let's clear it. Let's get rid of that. Because I don't know how to make it work with selection. ISO render sounds like I surrender. Well, I do not surrender to Cub and his ways. Trying to blow up the sniffer. How dare. How dare he. To be fair, I think having vote tough golem. Ignore Cub fan. Ignore him. Do the opposite. Which doesn't make any sense because there's 3 votes. I thought it'd be really cool if someone else then came on and built like, you know, obviously Cub's motivated to build a tough golem. But I bet no one's going to build the rascal. But it'd be kind of cool just to have some builds like that around here. I've been thinking a little bit for like projects later in the season. Ah, there you go. Cub likes the idea. Cub's lurking. He's watching the stream. I've got evidence. Oh, unless he just happened to type. Maybe Cub just like accidentally typed that, you know. I know, not even accidentally, just happened to type something that coincided with what I was saying. You know, that could be a thing that happened. I can't just assume that he's watching. That'd be terrible. Kralis is thinking about the Phantom. Yeah, I had this idea. Like, when I built this, it inspired me for, like what about creating, like, an area or, like, a sort of museum-y type build dedicated to, like, maybe things that didn't make it into the game? Or even just statues of things. I don't know, just... It's one of those ideas that sounds really good, but then you realise it's a load of hard work. And, yeah, but some sort of, like, valley of mobs or something. Mumbo said vote LA too. The LA turned out to be an alright choice. Girls has gifted a sub to Cub Fan. Thank you for doing that, Girls. Greatly appreciate it. Cub, glad to have you with us today. Also, Tiberian is here for 6 months. Thank you, Tiberian. Appreciate you. Hope you're enjoying the stream, having a good time. Want statues, doesn't get tough golem, says Hosseant. Stop trying to be clever. You know exactly what I'm talking about, girl. Always with the smart remarks. Bunch of geniuses, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, no, as I said earlier, though, I think the tough golem is cool. It would have had my vote, but they didn't clarify straight away if it worked with redstone or not. And to me, that was the killer app, right? Like, this little golem that could be manipulated, move it around with redstone or something. And then in the later video, they clarified that it could. And it's like, well, it's too late now, because people have probably already made up their minds. Doofus, 230, thank you ever so much for 12 months. That's a whole year right there. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I think they should do away with the mob vote, to be fair, though. Like, or maybe not, actually, to argue against myself. Like, you see the worst online. It's always so easy for the turd to rise to the top, as they say. They say? No, X, you say that, X. You say the turd that rises to the top. Oh, God, they're going to quote me forever on that one now. They'll put my name next to it in chat, watch them. You know what I mean, though? Like, it's just so easy to focus on the negative. It's like, maybe actually there's a load of people having a great experience with it, but... every time it comes around, there's just, you know, people being mean to each other online over it, and it's just one of those things where it's like, it's just a mob vote. Let it go. It's not worth it. But yeah, people on the internet like to get mean, don't they? That's not a phrase I've ever heard anyone say other than you, X, as ever, Stu. Don't you lie, you've heard it said plenty of times. Oh, trying to put my foot in it, aren't you? Trying to put my foot in that floater. That's another common quote that people say all the time. The old foot in the floater quote. You're embarrassing yourself. Shut up, I'm not embarrassing. God, rude. Jeez. Leave it be, peeps. Seth Payon, thank you ever so much for 34 months of support. Appreciate ya. I hope you're enjoying the stream over here. Our beach area along here is pretty much just going to run where this train goes. At least for now. I like the idea of it eventually hooking up over there with a path. Maybe actually like this bit becomes like a bit of a bridge, and then the beach can just kind of end here, I think. I don't have my shovel, do I? Lunar Econite. Oh, I totally said that name right. Thank you for 9 months of support. Appreciate you. Thank you for the Twitch, baby. I'm actually watching a stream properly for a while now, says Sunny Zero. Congratulations on taming your attention span. I hope you're enjoying the fruits of your labour. Just wanted to come say vote Rascal and get them to stop doing these dumb mob votes, says All Damage, No Control. They are a little, I don't know, bound to cause some mischief. But as I said a moment ago, you know, we don't really get a good measure on how many people like it. It's just not what people do online. Like, it's just negativity always seems to grab our attention. Even when you're aware of it, even when you waffle on about it all the time like me. Oh, I'll keep looking at the negativity. It just doesn't stop for some reason. Ah! Ah! Maybe a vote on mob voting. Now that would be bold. If I would say bravo, Mojang. Well done if they did that. What is that isometric render mod in the video? If no, what's it called? I think it's called isometric render mod. Like a very similar name to that. I just searched isometric render in Minecraft or something like that and found it. Kel says I'm voting for an inventory update. Oh, if only. If only. You know I'd be all over that. I really hope that idea Well, you know I love the idea that I shared to get used. I mean, that's unrealistic, but I just really hope they see it over there and maybe it just gives them some food for thought at the very least, because spent so long trying to figure out, like, what's the way you can do this, and then actually felt like we found a worthy answer. And I believe it's going to appear in a mod before long as well. So I can't wait to give that a go. Actually get to really... Because the best I could do was sort of play the game in my head with it. You know? Really think it through, and that was sort of the best of what I had available to me. Right, let's put a few of these, some patches, like, next to the thing. I always think it's, like, smart to do something like that. You know, like, you got a bunch of materials next to a build, and then you add a little bit of, aha, this one appears here more often. It, you know, players will, like, subtly pick up on that, and it will just look a bit more natural in some ways. Vote Xisuma, he can be any mod. I'm with Cub, we need a quality of life update. That could be the theme of the next one. I don't know what they're going to do. In my mind, it's always going to have marketing, like, heavily linked to it. So I don't think doing something like a inventory update or the quality of life update quite resonates, but maybe that just depends on the people in charge of doing this stuff. Like, if they think it resonates, then maybe it'll end up being a thing. Rainbow Crow says, I mean, it is a business. It is, and, you know, quality of life things and some of the less glamorous stuff is important too. It's just a bit hard to gauge how much they prioritize that. They do optimizations and quality of life stuff from update to update. But it's just not always the biggest focus, is it? Not caught up with Season 9, so this will be interesting, says Ektep. Interesting indeed. I mean, Season 9 is well and truly, you know, well and truly here and, like, into it now, right? We're, like, 7 months in, I think. So it's a full-on season. It's a thing that's happening. Does that mean that it's been around longer than Season 8? Because it don't feel like it. Then again, Season 8 was Season 8. I still miss Season 8, says Sunny Zero. I think if you miss it, it's probably a sign. Who goes there? It'd be the Cub or the fan. It's probably a sign that it ended too soon. And I think the consensus was, yep, short seasons don't work. At least within the group. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe some of y'all felt different about it. Maybe some of y'all liked it. Would getting the Sniffer mean also getting new plants? Yes, it would. Or at least a plant. Right, so now that we work on this thing, like, we've got a problem here where it's buried a little bit, so I think you've got to kind of probably get that arm out of the way. Maybe the same thing again here, and then a bit of a terrain arc over the top. Actually, maybe it's a little bit more straightforward than I thought it would be over here. But hey, we expanded the beach. I think Cub's scouting a spot for a tough golem. Ah, do you know what? It's not a mystery how we do some, well, how I do some of this stuff. Oh yeah. As I said, I built it in creative mode. Oh. Oh right, yeah, that one. Interesting, we should be able to see it. Or can we actually already see it? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. So we'll do it like that. Yeah, using this mod to me is always like, if you need to use this mod as a player, then the game is potentially missing something. And I just think all it's missing is just the friction of doing stuff in survival. I think when it comes to building, giving the player more power is not a bad thing. I mean, technically, I don't even need to like actually place every block as shown. It was just like my way of texturing it was just, oh, I'll put this block here, put that block. Yeah, that looks good, you know? Just randomized mostly. Right, so then all of this. You are going to be left with this problem of like the sharp incline all of a sudden. To be fair, it's not too bad. Not too bad, is it? So then we need some lime ones. I think I might actually... maybe put some leaves there? Although then I'm going to end up putting leaves everywhere. The main problem is probably the back of the build. I think it's all lime here. Yeah. The top even. Xisuma, how do you plan your builds before you add them to the server? Well, I mean, what are we talking about when we say plan? Like, I create them in a different world, and then that kind of tells me where to build it here. Yeah, you see, taking that away, like this is going to require way more work. And then I'm going to need to go fish out some of those blocks. I think maybe I should have just left it as is on this side. Not really sure if it actually needed it or not. Maybe it just needs a little bit here and there kind of thing. Like, if you come looking for imperfections over here, we got them. So I think what we'll do is take that and just fill this bit here in. Right, so now when we build up this other stuff, we can kind of get a feel for it. Right, it's the red blocks which I put away. It always is. It always works like that. Ender pearls, I know I got them. Hey, Swordy Crumps, thank you for the nice message. Glad you think so. I mean, how'd you get inspiration for the build, says Hadoolish. It's the most difficult question to answer, the old inspiration. You see, creativity is just like who I am and how my mind works. I'm interested in creative pursuits all the time. So for me, there's really never a shortage of things I want to do. As for inspiration though, it's not really inspiration that's the driving factor all of the time. That tends to be because I take notes of when I get inspiration. I write things down. And so I've always got a plan. I've always got like the next thing that I'm doing. And usually, at the moment you've got time to start something, you're not quite as inspired as you were. But because I write things down, it just means I'm like ready to go when the time comes. And then once you start doing something, you really get into it. So I think inspiration is like not the mechanism, the main mechanism for what I'm doing here. It's the momentary thing that comes and goes, but I take note of those moments, and then when the time comes to play and create, it's all here. So we just got rid of loads of... I'm always doing this in this game. It feels like I'm always just somehow, no matter how hard I try, I'll always be getting rid of the next block I'm about to use or something like that. Like, need the green ones here, right? But now it kind of looks like I actually need dirt and stone again. So yeah, if we just look at what's already here, it kind of explains itself a little bit, I think. So then we're going to want blocks over here. Oh, that's that. Uh-huh. And maybe like that, and this will actually fill in over here, I think. Cool, and then the grass up here is like eventually gonna spread over and stuff, isn't it? And then filling in all of this will be pretty easy. Don't need to go too far back on it. Have it all a little lower around this end. And then if you really wanted to come up here and investigate, you'd figure out that this is sort of handmade or whatever to cover up some blemishes. Or maybe you wouldn't if we do that. Cool, then it's just this space here really. And just like that it's done, I think. Yeah, so the grass will spread around over there. Looks great. It looks great. Now, I did have this idea of like putting black concrete along the side of it and making it feel like it's coming out of a cave, but I'm going to end up just not knowing what I'm doing, I think, because we've got these pillars here, and yeah, then it gets all kind of complicated. So I think that's really great. And this this beach here that we've added, I think we'll hook it up to a path that comes across from there over to here at some point. And then that hooks all of that together, and if anyone like makes something over here and wants to link it up, the path could continue on. I wonder what happened to Cubfan. I reckon he's probably still scouting out a spot or planning something. Wow, that's quite the flat wall. It's a flat wall is what it is. Right, okay. I think that concludes this project for now. Just a bit of brushing up really is all we've done there. Also got some TNT in the process. Nice. Free TNT for me. What went in there? That did. Oh, and that. Oh, and I got a whole stack of torches from somewhere. Organisation, my friends. You are looking at organisation in action. It is a beautiful thing, I agree. Cool, now I get to pick what to do next. To be honest, I really want to go advancement hunting. I had 2 phantoms in a boat earlier. And that's for that one. And then I thought I wasn't able to record, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to let them die. That one's going to be a hassle. Actually, didn't... Oh, that reminds me, didn't Cub do... I thought he did something like that earlier. His Cub's not even on. He's not on anymore. I seem to remember earlier in the season someone doing something like that. Is there lightning needed on the beach? Not really right now. It's not a place to traverse. But if we end up making a shop, then it might be. I was about to say what's this, but you know what? It might just be spoilers. Like someone might just be starting a new build there. Does this thing like take you to the top of the world? No, it just takes you to here. But then, you can go higher. So like getting a villager into here might be a way to trade with one at the top of the world. If it goes that high. The top of the world, I was about to say is 320. It is 320, isn't it? So if we get... I mean, 317. If we get a villager up here, and then we need to get it like 1 or 2 more blocks, maybe I just modify this temporarily. Right, put some dirt blocks, put some water there. The last block you can place is at 319. Interesting. The problem here is, do I even have the buckets for this? And then where am I going to get a villager from? Like, I need to get a villager into a boat and bring it over here. I've forgotten what I'm looking for. I'm looking for buckets, like empty buckets, but I don't think I've got any. Well, one of the things I need to do is take a trip to... It's a bit laggy up here for some reason, isn't it? Need to take a trip to my iron farm, so that'll make some buckets. Yeah, if I got to trade with a villager at world height, this is like half the work. Get a villager in a boat. That's the thing you can do. Bring it over here. There's water nearby. Peeps are saying you had 2 white buckets in a shulker box. Yes, but I need more than 2. Actually, no, I might have actually only needed 2. Oh well. I was looking for empty ones anyway. I wasn't going to use the full ones. They're usually for making a infinite water source. Might as well grab some of the wool that's here. I feel like there should be more of this stuff. But yeah, you're right, peeps. I probably only need at most 2. We'll grab 4. Right, and I just wanted to come over here and grab some more iron, so I've, you know, got more back at the base. So, like, what happened there? You're still shearing. But the wall, I think the wall can sit there for a minute. You have to wait until it decides to eat grass again. Something's probably gone wrong. Oh, my luck. Oh, with the water. Right, I'm going to switch to sitting now, peeps, for the next part of this stream. Hey, there it goes. It still works. We were here to check it out. Oof. Are we going to get a Xisuma skin for the mob boat? Says Red Brumbler. If you want to make one, go right ahead, I say. But don't forget about Xisuma and Xisuma. Xisuma's in the Mafia. is what I heard. Fill up the buckets. Then does anyone have like a villager breeder near the spawn area? Someone's shooting at me with their trident. That line in the middle of the screen. Ugh. How far is Iskal's Carrot Hill? It's right over here. And I know roughly where he keeps his villagers. Because I had to lag bust a bunch of times. There's like a pocket of them. Oh, that's his storage. Is it up here? No. There's like, I think it has a minecart track in front of it. There it is. Yeah, that probably needs another lag bust. So we can use a minecart. Bring it down here. I mean, I could build a rail all the way over here. I think... Funny enough, I think if you... Well, there's glass holding this. I think you can push a rail or a minecart in and it goes up too, but... I think just getting it to the water and then into a boat makes the most sense. What's this over here? Is that natural? Anyways, that's kind of cool. So from that spot over here, we want to get one out, then get it in a boat. To be fair, if we get it a boat like around here, we can probably like bring it down a fair ways. Okay, so I've forgotten where it was again. Just up there. It's one of the things we use in the little camera account, is like, then you lose like sight of where you are too. Put those in there for you, Iskal. Might just borrow some wood while I'm here. Oh, and I need a minecart. Gosh! Where am I going to get some iron from? Shaw Insomniac, thank you ever so much for 3 months of support, my dude. And also Rafi Warren is here for 32 months, saying, it's been a long time for me to tune in. Hope everyone is doing fine and having a great October so far. Thank you so much, my dude. Okay then, so we got villagers over here at Iskal. Let's try that again. Okay then, so we got villagers. Hello. They all look up now. We've got villagers over here at Iskal's. We've got to get them all the way to the water stream and then go all the way to the top of the world. Look at the audacity. Stealing valuables woods from another player. I can't watch this stream anymore, says Skyfire. Tune out if you wish, if you want to. Now, aha! It moving is what picks it up. That's just brilliant, isn't it? But now I've got to get it into a boat. So... breaky, breaky. No, don't punch it too many times. There you go. Boat. Boat now. Now. Boat. Get in the boat. Look. There's no other option for you. God. Now I've got to back up out of here without this guy causing any more kerfuffle. So, what do we do next? We try and navigate this terrain downwards. Right? But without ever having to go back up again. And then that way we should make it, yeah, it should be pretty easy all the way to the water. Oh. Here we go! It's like I'm on a ride of some sort. Also, you don't take full damage in boats, right? I like the way it accelerates when you go off the edge. That's cool. We're about to do some acceleration then, I think. Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa! Love it. Okay. So far, so good. And remember that we can get more. So the next thing we need this guy to do is to come up onto here. But we should go to the top and prepare the top first. Also, like, what am I trading you with? Oh, I've got to put a workstation up there and then have something to trade with the guy. Okay. What job station and what trade? What one trades iron? I am now opening up the wiki. The wiki is being opened. And apparently I can't spell villager, so it doesn't know what it's looking for. Trading, yes, give me that page. Peeps are saying it's the smithing table, which is... Which one is that, though? Weaponsmith? Weaponsmith does not do iron out of the gate. It does do coal, though, so that's fine. But what table is that? Grindstone for weaponsmith. Smithing table. Again, coal. So smithing table or grindstone. I could just use emeralds on pretty much any of these, actually. Because I've got emeralds, right? I see, yeah, grindstone in there. So grindstone and emeralds, I think. We will make this work, my friends. We will make this work. Okay, so now for our temporary blocks to the top. Up we go. Through the obstacles. Woo. Ah, almost did it. Oh, can I land? I can land. So the top of the world can be higher than this. But I don't think... Oh, wow, we can go as high as that. And that's it. Okay. So now we're officially at the top of the world. Right, and I don't think the guy's going to, like, wander off the edge, but I will make it just a little bit bigger. And put the stone cutter there. Oh, wait. I was supposed to pick out the grindstone. So what one's the stone cutter? Probably can use emeralds anyway. Stone cutter, first trade you can use emeralds, so... Oh yeah. Well then. Put it right there. Okay, so, now that we've done that, let's... Let's go check out this step here. Gah! Didn't work. So if we can get it into this bit, that's one thing. Then it comes up to this level. And honestly, it feels like it's going to be a game of push. So I think what I'm going to do is add some extra blocks there. And I got one of these buckets left. Let's put... So I don't want to mess with that really, but... Maybe that way it will get, like, nudged up onto here. Again, I don't really want to, like... Right, we can put that back. Just don't let me forget that one, because now... Yeah. So, with these modifications, it's going to come up here and then get pushed over the top and go into that bit. Excellent. That'll work. There is also the possibility that the villager just, like, escapes, like, out the side here. Anything can happen, peeps. Anything can happen. No guarantees. I'm also praying this guy, like, wants to go there, somehow. I bet the first thing it's going to do is just go off in a different direction. Now, I think you can use a workstation to, like, lure it. The 9 Gods, thank you ever so much for 80 months. We got Curls of Doom gifting a sub to Lizard. Appreciate you, Lizard. Thank you for all you're doing. Curls, thank you for gifting the sub. We also got Darkermans99 here for 41 months. Incredible support. Appreciate you all as always. Hope you're entertained as we do the advancements, right? We are doing those advancements. I don't think I'm going to need more water again, but just in case. Okay, this will be fun. I've got a feeling this is where it all goes wrong. Gonna put that there. Gonna break your boat. You see? You see? Oh, I want to go the other way, he says. No. Oh, wait a minute. You're not trying to get away. Uh-huh. Up you go. Right, but now... Oh, don't die! Villager dead! Dang it! I don't think this is the way to do this. I think I probably have to build my own water stream, right? This is going to be chaos unless I build my own water stream. Which I could just build from over where Iskall has his villagers already. Yeah. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Oh, let's go, you know, make some repairs. Place a block in the corner. Oh, the thing is, it's pathfinding. Let's say it activates its pathfinding at any time. I mean, like, you've got to push it in the whole way. And what it did is it walked out. We know that. We pushed it in, then it walked out. It could do that at any point, really, is what I'm thinking. So, I don't think we've got a way out of this. Let's break that, do this. All of that, right? Back to normal over here. So then we just got to fix up what we did at the top. Use portals, says Fish Stickers. That is actually a pretty clever idea, but I don't know. Something, it feels like, you know, there's probably another consideration that would go wrong, so remember, there's multiple portals in the area as well. And the synchronization will probably somehow find a way to go wrong. Now, if you're going like all the way to the top of the world, you're going to need... Let's see, from where Iskall is, it's probably about 90 blocks. Well, let's say from water level it's 64. 128 is 4 stacks. Double that is like 12 stacks. Yeah, we're going to need probably a full shulker box of stone. So now that we've fixed up the mess that we made, let's go get that. Then we're going to need a lot of kelp too, so maybe go use the kelp farm real quick. Or better yet, actually, let's smuggle the kelp. Gonna smuggle some kelp. Kelp smuggling. That's what we do around here. Oh, do you know what? This... Doesn't this... Yeah, automatically get smelted. So I do actually need to activate this farm. And because of the complex redstone, I probably need to do it the proper way, right? Then I need to catch me some kelp. I think I'll set it off manually down here, so the minecarts don't come out. I could even just punch this stuff out myself. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Oh, beautiful kelp! Destroy my FPS, please. God, look at that sight. Oh, God, now I'm drowning. Right, take this kelp, please. Take this broken kelp. I've got no idea where I go with the lyrics from there. Right, more than enough kelp. Now we need more than enough stone. Yeah, 320. Iskall's was probably about... Let's say we go 80. Let's... was that 240, something like that? Just double checking. Times 4 divided by 64 equals 15. Apparently we need 15 stacks of stone. Hey, Blue Bottle 77, thank you for those gifted subs. Very kind of you, appreciate it. Big Papa House, Ender Stir, Vintage Thief, MC Jam Weasel, the Octopoid. Y'all been gifted subs. Be sure to say thanks in the chat. Appreciate it. Fujisto says, how long is this season going to be? Oh, there it is already. Oh, when's the next season going to start? Never. Season 9 is the last Hermitcraft season. You heard it here first. Right, so we've probably got enough stone, but I'm going to be a bit paranoid and grab a couple more. Joe Dragon is here for 30 months. Wow, I've been here a while. I'm glad I still get to hang around even if I miss a lot of streams. Glad to have you with us. Hopefully you're able to hang out again today. Appreciate you. Skyfighter says Season X is a sus name. I agree. Like, why would they name it after XB? That's just not cool. Just name a season after a hermit. I want that. Oh no, we're gonna name it after XB. Right. Oh wow, 112. That makes my work a little bit lighter. So with this attempt, what we are building will be temporary, peeps. Do not worry. Getting the villager in there might be a bit tricky. We'll come back to that. Okay, so now what we do is, well, like that. So now what we do is place blocks all the way to the top. This is going to give me some RSI, I'm sure of it. Repetitive strain injury. Maybe this is a nicer way to do it. Doesn't constantly starting new seasons get a little tedious after a while? It all looks quite repetitive to me. Maybe it's because I don't have a lot of time to watch many episodes, says Vesk. I mean, like, constantly starting new seasons all the time is not what Hermitcraft is known for. Yeah, Season 8 is the only short season we've ever done. All the other seasons have been, like, at least a year and a couple of months long. YRX Guy 2012, thank you for your Prime subscription, appreciate it. It's Jens, thank you for 16 months of support, my dude, greatly appreciated. X, why not just put the blocks around the existing water elevators? Because maybe a bit more hassle to take it apart after? I don't know. I mean, this thing's going to be a hassle either way. It just felt like with that thing in the middle, I don't know. I gotta say, when it comes to, like, making advancements, though, some advancements are just tedious and not really that fun. Like this one, it's just a grind, right? Like, I think it would have been better, or, like, where's somewhere that trading with a villager would be a challenge and interesting to get to? Like, maybe the end dimension, you know, you bring a villager to the end. It's not the... I mean, it just involves transporting a villager, right? This involves transporting a villager by having to build an obnoxious pillar. I don't know. If you think about it long enough, I'm sure there's some interesting ideas that might emerge. Anonymous, thank you for gifting a sub to Excel Spreadcheeks. Spreadcheeks? I think you mean spreadsheets. God. Thank you for gifting the sub, my dude. Appreciate it. Amazing username. Ancient City, says Damp. Yeah. I think maybe what's better is, like, if you go there and something happens, right? Like an advancement where it unlocks something, or, you know, Like, if you got an advancement for opening a loot chest in an ancient city, it's like, well, you know, it's led you to a reward. I'm not getting rewarded for anything here. Maybe if the villager trades at world height and it gets a new skin or something special happens to it or unlocks a special trade, then that could be really cool. But as it currently stands, it's just a tedious little activity. Once I heard that if you have the trading menu open as you go up to world height and trade at the top, it doesn't matter if the villager is. That might be true, but when you move too far away from a villager, it loses that, right? So how are you going to fly to the top of the world and use your elytra rockets if... Oh, maybe it's like you sit in a minecart kind of deal. How are we doing, by the way? 200! Oh, we've got another 100 blocks to go, or so. Bear got a proper dose of deja vu. What's that for, eh? Have I done something like this similar? Another pillar war. This is no war. This is a Doom guy trying to get advancements. Kalano Corvus says, yes indeed vote Sniffer. Sniffer is literally so good. It's also not in the game yet. I mean, that's another thing about these mob votes and how they cause us to project is... Who says Mojang does a good job with it? Like, what if they were like, oh, let's just totally half-ass this one. But yeah, I like the look of the Sniffer. Scaffolding pillar and a flying rod might have been quicker, but it wouldn't have been as fun. You know what? Scaffolding might have been easier to place to world limit, and it contains water, and it would be easier to disassemble, although you need to get rid of all the water too. Yeah, definitely, maybe there was something to like... Oh, now you got me thinking. Okay, I might abandon this. I might abandon what we're currently doing in favour of an interesting idea. Let's get scaffolding. So at first I was thinking like soul sand and water. But then you mentioned the fishing rod, so like... I mean, this feels like something that could go wrong even if you've done a bunch of like testing for it. So like, let's just do that for now. So, right, you're actually hooked. Oh, okay, this is why you test. I thought it would get dragged up with me. I thought it might get dragged up with me. So maybe I could have like them arranged like this and put water in the middle. But then you don't just get to punch it out because then you leave a load of water mess behind. Can you leave boats on Java? I don't think so. Now you got to remove 5 pillars instead of 1. Yeah, had to have to remove 5 anyway. Upwards flying machine, says Cybot. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. That would require getting the villager probably in a minecart. On it though. I'm not sure if I know how to build an upwards one. Like, sideways one is always... I always have to refer to it. I can never build it from memory. Like, no matter how many times I end up building a flying machine, I'm never able to build it from memory. It really annoys me. That's not the flying machine that I want either. Because of the way it's powered. Polkinine, thank you ever so much for 17 months of support. Live myth busting. Almost, isn't it? Almost. This will be the one. That's not quite... You know, that's not quite what I was looking for, but the principle might just be the same. That you have that. And then here you have... You know what? What's the betting that... that's the wrong way around, is it? Yeah. No, actually. What's the betting here that you build it and then it breaks? Something like that. Also, I've got no idea what way it's going to fly. Okay, so that's one thing. Right, and it will go back down. Which, I don't know, I don't think it will do if it gets to the top of the world, so... Anyway, we know what way it's going up now. So let's say we get a villager in a boat on top of this thing. Which shouldn't be too much work, but... You know, you might not want it on the slime block. I'm going to say, since we've fallen through honey and slime blocks, let's attach a block, put the boat on it, and the villager's in there. No, I'm trying to spawn a villager, dude. Like, right there. Oh! Get out of here! Now play nice. Get in the boat! Get in the boat! Oh, you are just infuriating me. You're fired. Okay, let's try again. Boat! Yeah! Beautiful. I could even sit in the boat with it. Now, when it gets to the top of the world, I'll have to do some annoying flying around stuff to... Oh! Oh, it's the easiest way! It's the easiest way! Should I wait for it to get all the way to the top? Someone says honey block on top. I don't trust those honey blocks. I've fallen through it. Just get in the boat with it. Yeah, to go up, actually, me in the boat with it makes sense. So we'll need to put something we can activate our flying machine with at the bottom. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. It's more fun just to try. So we'll leave the stone up because, you know, just in case. We need to come back to this idea. This is going to be so much more fun now. Okay, right. I wish I'd have thought ahead. Like I could have figured this. Well, actually, maybe not the flying machine. I don't know. But usually when I stream, I just end up doing something on the fly, and then like halfway through it, it's always like, oh my god, there's such an easier way of doing this. So yeah, 2 of those, 2 of these, 4 of them, another block on top, and then maybe some redstone and a lever to activate it, right? So we cannot, you know, getting it in a boat's easy, and it just sort of needs to drop down to somewhere around here. So I'm going to eye up this little bit of space. So there's some redstone, right? If I'm going to be on top of the machine, it probably needs to come up a little bit higher. I don't know. Anyway, you know, a way to activate it is what I'm pointing out. So, yeah, that's the correct way around. Let's go out 1 block further. So we're not touching anything. Okay, I got 2, I needed 4. Oh, I'm trying to use my wings, am I? I think I'm trying to jump. Minecraft, sort it out. Okay, so then you would go and put that there. This is so easy. That is so easy. When I hit the redstone, it's ready to go. Okay. Now when I'm... I thought I built it down low, but I didn't really, did I? I need to build it about 2 blocks lower, essentially. Oh, you absolute wally. Well, at least that means it works. Yeah! Ah! Oh, this might be a problem to stop. Oh, so close. What have I done? I've unleashed a flying machine. Yeah! Okay. Oh, no, 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 I don't want to jump. I do not want to jump. Gotcha. Whew. Alright. That wasn't too bad, was it? Where'd the other block go? I think it's forever lost. Wow, he mined the piston through the observer. Dark magics, wasn't it just? Dark magics indeed. Plural. Multiple magics were involved, I can confirm. Right, this time we've got to avoid the idiocy. Avoid the idiocy! But that, like, once you know it, that's super easy to assemble. But then that happens. So now what we got to do is get our boat onto there. That I can even fashion a little ways across. I'll be amazed if this works. Right, we've got our boat, we've got our minecart. We, yeah, pick up a villager. We, get rid of that. Put this down. Just, you're so close to it, just... Oh. You're in. Thank goodness, right. Now we go over here, over there. Oh, wow, it moves quick, doesn't it? This is it. Just drop gently down there. In fact, right. Ugh, gonna hop. Hibbity hoobity hop. Gonna get these blocks out of the way. Right, down you go. So now, like, from there, can I reach that? Probably not. So what I'm gonna do is just put it over here. Yeah, that's good. Then when we get to the top, we just got to place the stonecutter and do a trade with it. That might also be tricky. So, I think I'm going to eat some food. I'm going to eat some gigapies and sleep in a bed before we do this. Need to rest. There's monsters! There's villagers. I can hear them groaning, actually. There you go. Lock in the first trade, maybe. That's not a bad idea, because... Yeah, okay. So, like, if I do this now, then you'll be able to trade again when we're at the top. So, 10 bricks, please, and then more when we're at the top. Brilliant. Great suggestion. Alright, we're going to do it. Wow. This is, like, easier than I would have thought. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Here we go. Juju La Toilet, thank you for gifting a sub to RTKGB. RT, be sure to say thanks in the chat. Slight problem. Slight problem. It's hard to face that way. Okay. Quick. Oh. Oh no. Okay, village. Things did not go as planned. Oh. Oh. We're gonna have to try that one again. What went wrong, peeps? Because this server should, in theory, behave pretty much the same as the last server we were on. You glitched through the slime. Should we put 2 blocks on top then? Right, we've got to build it another time. But now everything's... Oh, this again! Oops. So this time we're going to go 1, 2 and have it at that height. Use a glass block or another breathable block. That sounds like an exceptionally good idea. Also, what's the betting this means it doesn't end up actually being at the top? It's going to be amazing, I can tell. Just amazing derps all around. Right, glass blocks so that it doesn't suffer. Repeat the process. Okay. Now you've got to get in. There we go. Oh yeah, we've got to lock in that trade as well. Can't forget to lock in a trade. Right, this time though, when I'm here, gonna be in the boat with it when we go over there. Right, so trading time. Oh, you're gonna be stubborn, aren't you? Didn't I like place it there last time and it found it? Oh, this guy. Dante Red Eye, thank you for the gifted subs to One Tired Crow, that guy with the long hair, Mersbeck, B Skyglow, Shazting, Shazton. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Y'all been gifted subs. Be sure to say thanks in the chat, because we appreciate the gifting of the subs. Why don't you want to trade, dude? Like, what's going on, homie? I'm wrecking up Iscal's place. We need to get this done ASAP. Don't you want to be a stonecutter? Faulty villager. I don't know, like, obviously it isn't a boat, but like, the last one was pretty cool. It was just like, we put it down next door and it was like, yeah, yo. Oh, you're looking at the crafting bench? Wait, is that one of their trading stations? It's looking at something over here. Maybe the wrong time of day. I don't think time of day influences when it can and can't have a trade, right? That don't sound like a thing. Here's what I'm thinking. Let's just keep you in here for a moment. So what about that? No, you're not interested. You see, when will you be interested? Like, what if one of your homies is more interested? I don't like this. Now I'm thinking we're going to get it to the top of the world and it won't want to do anything. Come on, dudes. There we go. Right. Let's try again with this. Doesn't he need a bed to work? You know what? I might have had my bed on the ground last time. I don't know. So, like, Bed and stone cutter. Yeah, this dude's just a meanie. When do we get to see the Xisuma skin, says Quinn Toast. Quinn, thank you for the cheers and biddies. As I said earlier, when someone makes one. That's it, really. Alright, I think we're just going to have to give this a go. It will at least be tied to time of day, have tested recently. Really? Okay. So, how long do I have to wait? I mean, I just think, like, once we get it up there. I just want to get it up the top now. Right, let's find out what happens when we hit this lever. This time we're okay. This time it's like, yeah, glass blocks, you're fine. Alright. What do we talk about now on this journey? Girl says hydration reminder. That's actually a great time for some hydration, isn't it? Great space coaster. It is a space coaster. Buckle up, we'll be there in 20 minutes, says X-Eater. We're going at like 1, 2, 3. I reckon 2 blocks a second. And the distance we had to go was 240 blocks, so 2 minutes, basically. I reckon about 2 minutes and we're there. The new NASA program looks amazing. Yeah, sponsored by NASA. Cole says that was quick maths. Man, like, I don't think I've ever seen maths spelt like that before. Alright, we know you're good at math, Oki, says Xeater. That was not good at math, that was basic math. I estimated 2 blocks a second. We'd already calculated a height of 240 blocks. 240 divided by 2 is 120. There's 60 seconds in a minute. Come on. We're here! That felt like, you know, that felt very quick. I thought it was going to take longer. Okay. Here's the funny part. I now got to build a platform. Okay, actually, this is doable. Just... Oh, I messed it up. I've messed it up. Ah! Oh, okay. No, I can do this. I can do this, right? Just got to be patient. Just got to be patient. Place a block. Place a block. Got one in. Got one in. Oh, no, now I'm not flying. Okay, okay. Now, actually, from here, I could technically land on that block. Just don't really want to nudge the villager. Oh, skills. Right. No, I fell off. What a goose. I could have swore I was holding down shift. Oh, right. Can't place a block here, right? No. Can put a block at that level. Yes! Yes! Trade immediately! Yes! Star Trader is mine! It's all mine, peeps! Oh! Now what to do with you? I'm going to leave this guy here. This guy gets to stay here. Like... Oh, do you know what I really want to do? I really want to get rid of the boat, though. And just have the guy on a glass block at the top. We can make this happen. So... If I get rid of the rest of the flying machine, or parts of it, yeah, let's slowly dismantle that bit down there first. Right, so that's all gone. Let's get rid of these stone blocks. Don't need that. I'm not in a position to sleep right now, am I? Not sure what's going to happen if I try that. It's not letting me put a block like right underneath this guy. It's a bit concerning. I really need someone to sleep. Don't want to get like phantoms up here. No bed. Oh. Okay. So now we break the boat. And then we kind of want you to... Well, it's a case of elimination, I think, at this point. And I need to sort of eliminate... Okay. Okay, I'll see where this is going. Yes! Okay. Now and forevermore on Hermitcraft, this guy sits at the top of the world. That also means if other hermits want to get the advancement, they can fly up here and hopefully not knock the guy off the edge. Bye-bye! Bye! Oh, that was so much fun. Like, that was so gratifying when we actually got there and did it. Sweet. Cybot, thank you so much for that suggestion. That was legendary. Peeps are saying name him. That's not a bad idea. We could try that in a moment, but y'all got to come up with an amazing name, right? And I don't think villagers despawn anyway. I see people in chat saying, like, traded villagers don't despawn. I don't think villagers despawn at all. Ligar, good to see you, my dude. Thank you for 29 months of support. Hope all is well. Appreciate it. Star Trader. I mean, I could call it. Sky Trader's a good one. Sam Ryder. John. Bob. Xisuma. That's a good one. If villagers despawned, how does this gal sitting 80 right there? Exactly. How does he have so many? If they despawn, eh? No oxygen up there. Yeah, we need a clever pun. Something to do with being in, like, the outer atmosphere. Like, the ozone layer, right? Like, we could call him Johnny Ozone or something. That kind of rolls off the tongue a little bit. Johnny Ozone. Sounds like a 90s, 60s sort of semi-educational cartoon character. It's Johnny Ozone. Don't spray your aerosols at the atmosphere, peeps. I don't know. Some sort of like He's the anti-aerosol establishment. He's the anti-aerosol establishment's... Oh, I can't think of that word. What's the word for... mascot. Mascot. Johnny Ozone. I think it's got to be Johnny Ozone. Leozone. That's a good one. I think I want to go with Johnny Ozone though. Leozone's pretty good. I mean, I could have got even crazier and made it like a glass pane. Oh yeah, I might knock it off while naming it. That is a very good point. That is a very good point. There is a chance that... Oh, I would so accidentally do that as well. It's going to be a daring stunt to rename him, I've decided. Oh man, this is going to be fun. The guy who jumped from the helium balloon from space. Oh, wait, that's his name. Felix Baumgartner. I was thinking of that. Like, I watched this thing recently. I think I've watched something where it was just like mentioned in passing that someone done that, and I was like, I need to look that up. Let me grab your message and bookmark it. Yeah, I need to look into that. I thought his name was Johnny Ozone. I mean, that would have been the greatest coincidence, right? The greatest coincidence. Icarus might also be a good name. I'm gonna go with Johnny Ozone, peeps. Usually, I'm not like a come up with names person, and so I let y'all decide, which is why so many of y'all are pitching in. But this time, I think I got it. I like it. It's not the most elegant or pun-laden name, but no, I just like it. Johnny Ozone. Harold, but said like someone from the UK, says Dr. Verm. Harold? Old Harold, mate, he's over there, bruv. What I mean is, if you created a world with no villagers, then no villagers would spawn. You could create zombie villages, though. Yeah. Yeah, you need villagers to make other villages. What's the best way to send you a skin? Twitter. Twitter's the best way to contact me about anything. You know, like, it's like, being a creator, I think people assume you're not reachable sometimes, or that you don't care or whatever. But, like, I am reachable, and Twitter is my place to go look. That doesn't mean I reply to everything, because if I did, I'd be spending a lot of time doing that and not making videos and streams, right? But I do look at my Twitter feed. And so if you got something you think I might be interested in, you can let me know. And then I might reply. I also might not, but if you want to send me fan art, if you want to ask me a question, you can do that on Twitter. I don't reply often. I definitely check out every piece of fan art I'm always sent. I love the fan art. But yeah, that's just like, I do have a line of communication, right? Like, it's not impossible. It's just not guaranteed. Wow, so I've got an inventory full of stuff now. When I swear, when I open my shulker box, is it me or do the frames drop a bit? That feels kind of ropey, but this doesn't. Like, what's up with that? I want to see something moving on the screen now. I see particle effects over here. It's when I'm facing this way. This is a distraction. Let's grab these two boxes. There you go, there's your name tag. Johnny Ozone! Hey, Music Man! Thank you for the raid, my dude. We're listening to your music right now. So I imagine your audience will feel some familiar vibes. Welcome all the raiders. Welcome, Music Man. We are about to name Johnny Ozone. And this could be the tragic end of his career. Alright, so my Twitch chat has dared me to name the villager Johnny Ozone. By the way, peeps, you're seeing how I record a video right now. You just didn't realise it. I think I want to do this in F5. Oh god, this is terrifying. And we're going to do this the potentially catastrophic way. Where is this guy? Where is this guy? There he is. Oh, I am actually coming in at an interesting trajectory right here. We do not want to knock Johnny Ozone off the edge. I did it! I did it! Sweet! We have named this villager. Here we go, here we go. Oh, I've lost it again. We have named the guy Johnny Ozone, and we didn't knock him off in the process. Beautiful. There we go. So yeah, one of the things I want to do is sort of like do my video recording while I stream. Streaming puts me in a really good mood. And I've been doing some recording in the last episode where I wasn't streaming and I was just kind of like thinking as if I was. So if you notice how like I kind of like drop out and re-explain things, like there's a pause and I explain things again, like that's me going, alright, now let's explain it for the video, and I'll edit that stuff in later. Oh yeah, Fulsa's got this project over here. By the way, I did tidy everything up, right? I feel like I tidied everything up. Yeah, False is doing this like ice boat race, and I'm not sure entirely how she wants us to chip in. To be fair, like everything's like I have had a fair bit of experience with organizing things, and the one thing I've learned is do stuff way earlier, like start earlier. And with the mini games, I was saying like we should have started like a month or more ago. Just like start early, because I've got one more mini game to make now, and I'm not sure if that gives me time to help False with hers. But it looks like she's put like a lot of effort. Dang, what's this thing? Oh, it's a ruined nether portal, and then there's this. Yeah, it looks like she's put a lot of effort into this, and I know she needs help with it. Just not entirely sure what we're supposed to do, but there's like this ice boat race through her base. Let's find the track again. Oh, it's like an underground thing too. Cool. Yeah, not everybody works that way though, says Xita. Right, but the point being is that when you identify that, you can change it. So for me, having done things last minute, I then learn, oh, I need to do these things earlier. And then I've organized various projects here and there over time, and the thing that I learn is just get it done like quick. Just get it, you know, get the whole thing started. Give yourself way more time than you think you need, because often you end up needing that time, you know. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just flying around like a nutter. There's a sign in the shopping district with more infos. More info about... Oh, I know what you're on about. Yes. Yes, no, I actually looked at that the other day. Let's go look at it again. Those might be my last 6 rockets. They are as well. I agree. I always plan ahead. Having things done last minute always stresses me out, and I think had I had more time, I could have done better. Yeah, that's it. I've been working on a project right now. Today I kind of pretty much finished up like most of my contribution to it, and there's like a week left on it, on this project. But the thing was, I got all the wheels in motion like way earlier. I never do this. I'm always in a mindset of like start as soon as it makes sense to start. And hey, that's awesome. Someone donated. That's sweet. Okay, we got one more of those. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't even like, as I'm trying to describe it, I realize I don't even think this way anymore. I'm always in a mindset of like, just get going on the next thing, because something always gets in the way. Like integrations that I've done on my channel, and the renders that the Puka does. Like, we actually start the work on that stuff like probably a month before you even see it, because things never go to plan, and there's always hold-ups, and there's always like just stuff getting in the way. Now, a month might sound extreme, but that's just what's required in that situation. But like with this other project I'm working on, it was just a case of like, okay, I'm now ready to like get the ball rolling on this. I mean, it's a video on my channel, and I write a script and all of this. So I get all of the work done for that. I get the picture of the video in my head. I get the script going, but I don't have to release it for another 3 to 4 weeks. That's the like planned release for it. But then the point is just to get working on it, because you don't know what's going to come up and get in the way. And I've actually encountered, this is the first script where I've written it all, and then I've felt like maybe this is like 2 videos, or maybe I should have approached this differently, because there's so much in it. And then that's caused me to go back and look at some like parts of it that are maybe unnecessary and change things around. And so it's yeah, if I were trying to do that with this idea in my head of like, oh, I'll take care of that, you know, closer to the time, I would be sweating it. I would be sweating it. Skyfighter says animations take a long time to do, to be honest. That's actually not what I was getting at. With the Puka, the Puka's really great at animating and does the stuff quickly. It's other things that take longer. Like, there's a multi-step process of working through the creation of, like, the video or the integration. So there's always, like, these other things. And what tends to happen, it's like dominoes. Dominoes is probably not a great example, but, like, one thing will hold up another. So it's good to get started early because you don't know when you're ready to do the next step each time. Hey X, any chance we can get these animations as stickers in the Xisumaverse Discord? The format fits really well. Dev, I don't know about what stickers are in Discord, so maybe ask a mod over there, and if they know what stickers are, then they can tell me exactly what you're getting at, because I'm guessing they're a form of animation for the Discord server or something. I'm actually over here to... Wait a minute. I've corrected for this error already. This error that I've just made, I knew I would do this. Yes, look, there's shulker shells in here. And the point of me being in this area is to get some shulker boxes full of bones. So aren't we... probably going to need 4... Maybe 6. Let's go for 6 right now. Stickers are little animated emotes that are bigger. Most messaging platforms have those. Yeah, they're just not the sort of thing I ever use or engage with. Yeah, I mean, contact a mod, then they can contact me if they think it's something we should do. And then if I get a little bit of time, maybe. But, you know, I can't promise anything now, but I can look into it. Yeah, I just feel like I got loads of junk now. Loads of junk. Useful blocks over here. That's a redstone thing. Right, so let's, like, just get rid of a few extra items. I mean, I can get rid of the emerald. Corrales just chucked so many emeralds at me. With those shulker boxes full. I do want to get him a present, by the way. Like, and someone said frog lamps, and I was like, I've already given him access to the farm, but I guess I could go drop off some frog lights, but... Yeah, I don't know, like, me and Corrales, like, help each other out a fair bit. You know, he uses my farms, I uses his, so I'm not sure entirely what to get him. Also... have you noticed something a little bit different about me? I haven't noticed anyone commenting on it yet. But I am slightly different. I'll let you think about it. Curls, shut up! Gah! Don't listen to Curls. Lies. Oh. I don't think anyone else was going to get that. There weren't a lot of other... Kel says I didn't expect to get yelled at. It's because I knew you'd know. I knew you'd know. I knew you'd pick up on it. Dang it. I should have been like, if you know, don't say anything. It's your little secret. Because it will lead to other things, right? New chapters, new beginnings. Hidden Ghost is here with the Amazon Prime. Right, so I'm going to leave those things there. We're going to hop through the other side. Maybe you can sprinkle a little bone meal on the pies like powdered sugar, says Dr. Verm. Sprinkle a little powdered bone meal on the pies. I see what you're getting at. Pretend it's sugar. Assume what's your favourite kind of cheese, says Squishy Frog. Now there are many, many cheeses, and asking me what's my favourite is a very unfair question. But how can I represent all the different cheeses? Oh, I left the one I wanted down there. Will the farm break again now that it isn't harvested at the very bottom? I don't know what that question means. Mozza Supremacy. That wasn't one of the first that came to mind. Actually, the amount of different cheeses that there are is pretty impressive. This does not have what I want. I thought it did. Yeah, the amount of... let me take that crafting bench. The amount of different cheeses that there are. There's a lot of different cheeses. I mean, Cheshire cheese I love in a salad. I'm very fond of halloumi. But then even just like the way you cook cheese with other food, that can go a long way. Some good cooking can go a long way. I'm looking for some blocks and I don't see the ones that I need. I just need slabs really. I can get some down here. Oh, for a second there I was like, did I put my armor in the chest yet? No. Oh, I've still got my rockets. I got away with one there, didn't I? Shouldn't need more than that, really. That's just for something a little something I'm going to do later on. Oh! Wally. Absolute Wally. Cheese is the greatest things human created, says Lord Jar. Did we create cheese? I thought the animals did that. Well, the animals make all the cheese. Is human cheese a thing? Don't answer. Failed Vegan says paneer. Yeah, paneer's really good too. Cole Hoka Bayer is here for 11 months. Thank you so much for your support. If you haven't figured out what I'm trying to do, it's get some damage. Oh, well, not damage, but like hunger going. Maybe that'll kick it off. Yeah, that's going to kick it off. Right, I will be fully saturated. This thing is not on. Now it is. Alright, peeps, I'm going to go AFK right here. That brings me to the end of the stream. Appreciate y'all coming by. We'll go look for someone to raid. Big thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated, and cheered. Thanks to all the mods, the patrons, the people gifting subs. Be sure to hit the follow button here on Twitch if you have not followed me already. And check out linktree.xisumavoid.co to find out about all the other cool things I do. I've got like 5 channels on YouTube now. God, you'll find something. Also, Ren is doing a birthday stream. He just turned 7, so I think I'll send you over to Ren today. How does that sound? Can we do a raid? Right, that's it. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.